On a coaching call today, one of my clients asked me, Jeremy, how do you deal with the fluctuations that come in business? And for context, he said, like 1 month I do like 45K. Then the next month, because I get complacent, I get comfortable and I'm kind of riding a bit of a high, I take my foot off the gas and then I do like 20. And then it's just this roller coaster. It's like, how do you deal with that? How do you manage that? How do you mitigate that and have a lot of consistency? So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I do that and my mindset and my approach towards that. But really quick as well, yes, that is a wildfire raging behind me right now. If you get any value from this video, make sure you support me, drop me a like, because I might have to evacuate to the Mediterranean for a month. We'll see, guys. But nonetheless, let's dive in. So really where I want to start is two types of goals. There are action-based goals and outcome-based goals. Most people set outcome-based goals. Say, I want to make $100,000 this month. Well, what happens when you don't hit that? And how did you expect to hit that in the first place? The outcomes don't just happen, guys. The outcomes happen as a result of consistent actions and consistent inputs that produce the outputs that we want. So rather than setting goals for, I want to hit this much money this month or whatever, and having like a revenue goal, which you should have a bit of an idea and you can always reverse engineer, don't get me wrong. But when you attach your self-worth to those goals, that's when the issues arise. When you attach your value and your self-worth to the Stripe screenshots and to the money, to the outcomes, the tangible things, the results, then when you have a really good month, like my client, when he does like a 45K month, he's on top of the world. Emotionally, he's high, right? He's really happy. He's comfortable. He's got cash flow coming in, but then he takes his foot off the gas because he's comfortable. He stops doing the things that lead to those outcomes. The inputs start to die down a little bit, so the outputs do too. This shortly soon after follow, when his business kind of goes back down and tanks a little bit. Well, guess what? So does his self-worth and his value, because that's what happens when you attach your self-worth and your value to the outcomes. On the other hand, what I do is completely backwards. And if you watch my channel by now, you know that like I have a really weird brain and I try to just do everything that everybody else does and just do it completely opposite. So because everybody ties their self-worth and their value to these Stripe screenshots, to the big months and weeks and whatever, they have these emotional roller coaster fluctuations where 1 month they feel great, the next month they feel horrible. They feel like a piece of shit and they feel like they're broke. And what happens when you get into that? You fall into scarcity mode. And then what happens when you're in scarcity mode, you're in survival mode? Then you sacrifice the long term, you make stupid short-term decisions to try and just get that screenshot right back up, get that Stripe account back up for this month. But guess what happens? When you sacrifice the long term, it takes a hit. So you might have another big spike and you come right back down. And then what do? You make stupid decisions to try and get right back up and then right back down. It's just like any addiction. It's like caffeine, like nicotine, alcohol, you name it. You have this massive high. But then when you come down, you crave it even more. You're like an addict because their self-worth is just tied to the outcomes. So the only way to make themselves feel better inside is to try and just do whatever it takes to get the outcomes back up. It's kind of backwards because when you make those sacrifices in the short, like for the short term, then like you don't get the results at the end of the day. So what I like to do is I set my self-worth, my value to the inputs, to the actions. I set action-based goals instead of outcome-based goals. There's a big difference. So rather than me celebrating a big month, rather than me celebrating a big week, a big day, what I do is I celebrate each day as long as I completed the tasks, the daily non-negotiables or the weekly non-negotiables that I needed to do that day that I know for a fact are going to lead to the outcomes that I want. I just did like, I think 220K in a month. And guess what? I didn't even set a goal. I did not even expect that coming, but it was the actions that I did every single day that led to that. This month I might do more or I might do less. Frankly, I don't care. So I don't attach my value and my worth to that. I attach my value and my worth to whether or not I'm maintaining integrity to myself by staying disciplined every single day, doing the things I need to do, making 2 YouTube videos a week, making 2 reels and 1 post on Instagram a week, posting on my stories every single day, talking about client wins. Because as you probably know by now, there's a hell of a lot of them. So it comes very easy at this point. And I just know as long as I just keep doing the things that work, keep spending money on ads, keep reinvesting, increasing my ad spend, keep investing in my team, my clients, my program, things are just only going to go up. Do I need to make $1 million a month this year? No. Do I need to make it next year? 10 years from now? I don't know when the hell it's going to happen, but I know it's going to. I don't care if it happens this year or next, 5 years from now, whatever, because I know 30 years from now, it's not going to matter. And quite frankly, I'm probably not ready for it yet. If I were, then I'd be there. But I haven't leveled up internally enough to do that. And I also haven't just given the actions, the daily inputs, enough time for the compound effect to kick in and really kind of lead to that outcome. Because everything operates on a cause and effect basis. You don't just get rich by accident. You don't just get shredded by accident. You don't just date the person of your dreams by accident. It all happens very, very clearly. It's the things that you do every single day that lead you to become that person who's worthy of achieving those goals with ease. That's what it's all about. That's this whole game of entrepreneurship. It's about leveling up and becoming that person, becoming that leader, that entrepreneur who just destroys their goals with ease without even thinking twice. So rather than attaching your self-worth and your value to the outcomes that are going to fluctuate. Fluctuations in business are normal. You can mitigate those as much as you can. You can manage that risk as much as you want, but it's still going to happen. That's why I love ads so much, is because it's just a consistent, slow burn every single day. It just brings me new qualified leads to me who see me as an authority and an expert every single damn day without me having to think about it. I launched one ad 5 months ago and I haven't touched it. The same damn one's been running for 5 months and it just prints cash. But I'll tell you right now, it's not the ad. It's not the ad. It's the whole thing. You gotta have the whole thing dialed in, the whole system, every step of the funnel. Otherwise, your ads are gonna waste money, and then you're gonna have a bad taste in your mouth when it comes to ads because you don't know what the hell you're doing with the rest of the funnel. The ads are the easy part. I've said this a million times. Nonetheless, going on a bit of a tangent here. The main takeaway here is you need to attach your self-worth to the disciplines, the daily actions, the daily non-negotiables that are going to lead to the outcomes that you want. Then your self-worth and your value is going to be based on whether or not you showed up that day, whether or not you got out of bed, you did the things, the boring things that you know you needed to do. That's what this game is all about. That's how you win. Do the boring things for long enough until the compound effect kicks in, and then you see exponential growth. There's no secret, guys. The only secret, like for me, my daily non-negotiables are spend money on ads, make great content, actually give value and serve people, serve my clients, help them get the best results I humanly possibly can. And that's it. Very simple. As long as I focus on those 3 things and I do those every single day, I show up, I do the work, I know my business is going to just absolutely take off. I went from 0 to 200K a month in 8 months. Imagine where I'll be 8 years from now if I just keep showing up every single day. Whereas everybody else is trying to chase shiny objects. The woman in the red dress, all these flashy things, pivoting their offers, pivoting their niches. But if they just keep it simple, just do the same boring things every single day that are going to lead to the results that you want, then like, it's simple. That's it for this video, guys. If you thought this was helpful, if you thought this was valuable, I really appreciate it. Drop a like down below. If you want to learn more about what I do and how I help coaches scale, go check the main video on my YouTube channel. It's just pinned to my profile, and I break down the whole program, the whole funnel, the process, and everything like that too. So that'll answer a lot of your questions. Let me know down below if you like this video, if you like these kind of videos too, where you can kind of get a glimpse into how my brain works and kind of what's going on behind the scenes a little bit. And if you want more of these, let me know so I can make them. If not, I can make some other ones. So aside from that, keep crushing it, guys. Appreciate you a lot. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.